Should gun be a thing?
Gun? No, we're ninjas.
Okay. Okay, cool. Should gun be a thing? I need one more weapon.
All right, we're gonna start.
Yep. Oh, I got it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to Roleplay Theory's first live stream.
What?
Yeah, we're live streaming.
What?
We are on YouTube Live right now.
All right.
So, we had a 30-minute session before this that will be posted after this video, because this one will go straight to YouTube after we're done streaming. But basically, we are creating a hack for a Naruto ninjutsu style role-playing game. And
right now, sorry, I interrupted you. This is sort of our first trial run of the character burner that I've been working on for a week. We've been working on together tonight. And yeah, this is just version 1. We're going to take it for a run. We don't have the mechanics worked out. We don't have everything worked out, but we want to see if we can make some PCs.
Yeah, we want to see if we can make a group that doesn't feel awkward.
And we're hoping that in playtesting this, we'll see some places where we can do better. Or see some places where we're missing something. So yeah. We've added, if you've gone back and watched it, we'll just run through it real quick. So you bring up the character burner for our game. And this is just me sort of brainstorming here at the top. Every character has jump. Every character has really fast speed. According to the fiction of the TV show, in order to graduate from the university, everyone has the ability to transform and the ability to make a clone. Everyone has some sort of combat. Everyone has stealth. Everyone has chakra. Most everyone has either wall or water walking, and a whole bunch of people have access to summoning. So those are mechanics. That's all stuff that I haven't worked out yet that's going to come later. Those might be sort of advancement things that come open as the story progresses, but that's all irrelevant for this exercise tonight. So, yeah, let's just try it out. Let's make 4 characters exercise tonight. We're gonna make let's make 2. Just for the sake of trial runs, let's make two boys and 2 girls.
Yeah, that works. This is just the notepad sheet that we have. We'll post this in case anyone wants to use it. That'll be part of the notes pad, and then this screen over here is just Roll20. It's a backdrop for us to roll dice on and do a little theory crafting.
Yeah. Cool.
So you want to roll some dice?
Like you've got it open. I don't even have it open.
Right. So. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Roll 2d6.
Okay.
And I'm gonna write this down in my notebook.
Right, as we go.
If you want to write it down, that'd be cool too. Whatever, or put it where they can see it.
Right.
So yeah, what'd you get?
And we have a 7. So
I'm gonna make boy 1
a normal person,
boy 2, girl 1, and girl 2. So we got a normal person. I want to make a table for that, but what does it mean to be a normal person? What do your parents do?
Well,
what is your...
And we could argue that just means that you don't have anything weird to go on.
Right.
You don't have anything. There's nothing special about you, but there's also nothing weird about you.
Right.
People don't react any differently to you than anyone else would. You're neutral in the world.
Mm-hmm. So do it again. 2d6.
Alrighty. Another 7.
Okay. And this is the way it should feel. Like, Normal person is 7 and 8, which are the two most common. Uh,
Right. So you roll normal, normal.
yeah. So give me girl 1.
Okay. 9.
Outsider from a foreign land.
Yep.
Okay, and one more.
10.
10. Outsider from a foreign land.
Interesting. Okay.
Cool.
So let's keep rolling.
So, real quick, while we're here,
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 tables made for the sealed demon, or I have 1 table for the sealed demon. And I don't know, did you look at this? We didn't talk about it.
I have it up right now.
Um, so if you roll that you have a sealed demon inside of you, you then roll 1d6 to determine what type of demon it is. And this is just flavor text. It's really up to the character to decide, what does it mean that you have a lust, desire demon inside of you? What does that mean for your character? Do you even know that it's there? Do other people know that there's a demon trapped inside of you? Then that's all stuff that I think is cool. Do you think those 6 options are all adequate?
Right. I like all of those options.
You think those are all pretty good?
And I think it's
Okay.
important to note, for those that are watching, none of these are better than the other. Rolling a 12 is not necessarily any better than rolling a 2.
Right.
These are just flavors to add
Right.
at the beginning.
So then I made this sealed spirit table. It used to read sealed nature spirit, but I decided that I wanted ancestor to be one of the options. I made this sealed spirit table, and that made nature feel like something that I didn't need. So it's just sealed spirit now.
Mm-hmm.
And those could be, they don't have to be evil, terrible spirits. You know what I mean? You might have a sea spirit inside of you that's the sea spirit of, horrible storms or whatever. But you might have a peaceful river spirit inside of you.
No big deal.
So I think that's all cool. Then if you roll that you're from a clan, you come down to the clan table and roll 1d6. And that determines whether your clan is enslaved, your clan keeps slaves, your clan is disgraced, your clan is honorable, your clan has a protected secret, or you are the last member of your clan. And I think, that's definitely good enough for where we're at right now. So we've got 2 normal boys and 2 outsider girls so far. So roll me 1d20 2 times for boy 1.
We got a 4.
Tall.
And a 7.
5 head. I still feel like that's one of the weakest things on the list, but
Right.
I'm okay with it because it's in the show.
Yeah, it's directly...
So, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Do it again.
Okay. 10. Dark complexion.
Dark complected.
20. Bushy eyebrows and or unibrow. Your choice.
Okay. Do it again.
15. Soft. 16. Attractive.
Okay, and one more for girl number 2.
15. Soft. 16. Jack, let's redo that. I don't want to have the
Weird.
same one twice.
Yeah.
Let's redo that. I don't like that. All right, we have 11, which is tattoo. And 6, which is freckles. I like that better already.
Okay, so let's roll up their personalities. Another 2D, roll 2d20 4 times.
Say it again.
The 1d20 2 times.
Oh, that's right, for the personality.
For each character for their personality traits.
Okay. That's 15.
Leader.
Right. That's 12. Fiery. 13.
Graceful.
That's 9.
Driven.
15. Another leader. That could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
3. Calm. 2 good qualities to have.
Yeah, that's 2 very different types of leaders.
Right. What do we have? Didn't we have leader fiery and a calm one?
Yeah.
They're going to hate each other.
It's going to be, there's going to be some tension there. That's cool.
6. Compassionate. 9. Driven.
Okay. So now roll 1d20 for each of them.
Okay. Because now we're down into Jutsu specialty.
Mm-hmm.
First one's a 10. Clones.
I know this kid.
Right? A fiery leader who's clone ability?
Yeah.
Right?
I know that kid.
Yep. 17. Shapeshifting. 5. Shadow. 14.
Wood.
Interesting. Isn't the Shadow also our calm leader?
Yeah, Shadow is the calm leader.
I know that kid too.
So, now, give me a 1d20 for each of them again for their specialty weapon.
Okay. Because no one rolled Animal Bond, we skip that table.
Yep.
Which is right here. Sorry, going back and forth, showing things off as we do it.
Yeah.
Weapon specialty table. $15 is the Chakra Scalpel. $13 is the War Fan. $2 is Fists. And 18 is Spear.
I feel like Spear and Morningstar are both weak.
Yeah, I don't like really either of those.
Is that better?
Do you have Rope Knife in there anywhere?
Nope.
Right, Rope Spear. There you go. That works. Rope Spear and...
I changed it to Flail.
I don't like that either.
You don't like that either?
It's not a ninja weapon.
I feel like Blowgun is too much like Needles.
Right, that would fit with needles.
How about Bow?
There you go. A bow fits perfectly.
Cool.
Cool.
So, right now we have a tall, large foreheaded, fiery leader with clone jutsu and a chakra scalpel, which is, I don't know that I like that being on the list either. I was arguing with myself when I wrote that down.
Chakra scalpel.
Because I feel like everybody has access to shuriken and kunai.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not really a specialty thing. Anyway, so we've got the first guy is the tall, five-headed, fiery leader with the chakra scalpel and the clone jutsu.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got the dark-complected, unibrow, graceful, driven shapeshifter with the war fan.
Right.
Then we've got the first girl is soft, attractive leader that is calm with shadow jutsu and fists as her preferred weapon. And the other girl, it has a tattoo. I don't know what that means. Freckles. She's compassionate and driven. She has wood jutsu and a rope spear. So yeah, I'm not upset about any of those.
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Just because you can't test it too many times.
No, exactly.
So 2d6.
Okay. Let's just do a 2-man squad this time.
Okay.
It'll move a little faster, and we could just see about that. With our
Yep.
luck, with our player retention rate, 2-man squad is the more comfortable one. Wow. Okay, let's just. That's a 6. Again, normal.
Clan lineage.
6 is clan lineage? Oh, it is. Interesting. So now we have to roll
1d6.
which gets us a 6.
So the last.
You are the last. Interesting. Okay.
So 2d6 again for the other character.
8. So he's normal.
Normal.
Okay.
Cool.
Next.
Physical traits. Did you roll a 1d20?
Yep, we got a 5.
Short.
And an 11.
Tattoo. One more. Or
20. And 1.
So she's got
bushy eyebrows and glasses.
and glasses.
Good for her. Lady killer.
So now let's do their personality traits.
Okay, which is another.
Yep, 1d20.
1d20 twice.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 9, which is driven. And a 1, which is bold and foolhardy. Oh, those are two wonderful things to put together. Not only am I bold and foolhardy, I'm driven about it.
No kidding. Okay, and then the girl.
Alright, we have 15. Leader. 15.
Reroll.
No same rolls?
Yeah.
Okay, graceful. She's a graceful leader. 15.
Reroll. So jutsu specialty,
no same
1d20.
Okay, Jutsu specialty. Oop, wrong thing. There we go. 15. Metal.
Metal.
12. Lightning. There's some fun combos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then just their weapons. 1d20 2 more times.
10.
Staff.
A metal staff. An 8. 2 swords.
2 swords.
Interesting.
So, the way I'm seeing it, this is to get, and this is it. I don't think this is complete, but in 30 seconds you can have essentially a backstory for your character.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's all randomly generated. It takes a lot of the pressure off of new players to have a randomly generated backstory instead of feeling like you have to just pull stuff out of thin air.
Right.
So then we look at, like, after you get that, is there a class structure? Do we want to do that? Is there a playbook structure? Because, like, Mouse Guard doesn't have a class structure. It just has skills, and as you use your skills, you get better at those skills. Where having a playbook, I don't even know at this point what kind of stat block to use.
Right.
I know I don't want to use strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. I think... Alright, I'm just going to start writing down here at the bottom. I'm going to get this sort of spaced out a little bit better because it's driving me nuts. It's fine. I don't care. I'll do it later. So, stat ideas. We can do chakra. Will and body. That would be that's sort of the way Mouse Guard works, where instead of mouse nature you have your chakra, which I think is maybe applicable. What was the other one that we talked about? Instead of chakra you could have your nindo.
Yeah, the Nindo.
Your ninja way instead of your chakra and nindo would supply you with a pool that you can use to fuel your rolls, or Apocalypse World has hard, hot, or sharp. Instead of weird, it would be chakra. That's what we talked about the other day, right?
Right.
And what the heck is the other one? Hold on, let me get my book out and make sure I get this right. Apocalypse World. cool, hard, hot, sharp, and weird. We could also do and I'm totally open to if you have any ideas of creating one from scratch, I would love to hear about them. But
Right.
this is just me literally stealing stuff from other role-playing games.
Right. That's oh goodness, that's what hacks are all about.
Right, that I kind of
Admire.
appreciate.
Right.
So this one uses, and I like this. This is Dogs in the Vineyard. Uses acuity, body, heart, will. Oh, that's it. There's only 4. Acuity, body, heart, and will.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, you almost always use 2 of them. You know what I mean? If you're in physical danger, if you're in a physical altercation, you would roll, I'm pretty sure it's body plus will. So, you know, whatever your score is in those, they complement each other. Where if you're in an argument with someone, not a physical altercation, you would use acuity plus will.
Right.
I think. I don't know. I'd have to get into this rule book again a little deeper.
Right, and go through it and see
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that, if you haven't checked it out, ItMeJP they just started playing Dogs in the Vineyard. It's just a one-off, and it's Adam Cobles dungeon or game mastering. JP, I don't even remember now. I just watched an episode of it today. But yeah, they're playing Dogs in the Vineyard, and it's super cool. I'm a fan. It's built on like a raise, like in poker when you either meet or raise their bet. It's like that, but you do it with your dice. Like I'm gonna put out my 2 6s and say, oh good, I'm glad he canceled on me.
Do what?
Brandon just texted me and said, yeah, I'm not coming over tonight. So
there you go.
That's one less thing that I have to care about tonight. Cool. But I totally forgot what I was saying.
Dice, cards, poker.
Right. So if you and I are in a physical altercation, I put out, and I've got my pool of dice, and you have your pool of dice. So you roll all your dice, and then you have them there, and I put out 2 6s. And I'm like, I punch you in the face with my 2 6s. You have to either match or beat that with 2 dice, and it's super complicated, but it's super cool that it's like this Old West world. The universe is this Old West world, and then it's like a poker game of raise and match.
Cool.
Bets. So anyway, so what? Like, so chakra,
right,
could be really, if acuity, all right, let's just do this, equals control, chakra control.
Right.
Body is your physical chakra. Heart would be some other kind of chakra.
Right.
Um, does that look weird to you?
I don't think so. Push yourself, Chakra. I like that.
I mean, you got a better word for that?
Um,
Go back to Final Fantasy and call it a limit break chakra?
right?
um, so, combat in this game.
Right.
And this is another one where I'm throwing around several different ideas, whether I want, because I like the idea of, and this is straight from Mouse Guard, there's
Right.
a GM turn and then a player turn.
Okay.
Oh, I got fat fingers tonight.
It's okay.
So during the GM turn, I get to do bad things. I do bad things to you. And the PCs do bad things to themselves to earn
A currency of some kind. We haven't decided
Right.
what it is. We haven't decided if it's chakra. We haven't decided if it's experience points. We haven't really gotten into that yet. Player turn. Player turns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone gets one turn.
I'm gonna do this. And this is straight out of Mouse Guard. Everyone gets one turn, and
You get
if you
extra
have
turns.
extra turns, you can spin them.
Cool.
So this is going to be the mission. / conflict. And this is going to be downtime. So I like that model
Okay.
for this game where, you know, everyone's hanging out around the town, everything's cool, everyone spends their player turn to go, you know, I'm going to go to the ramen shop with my sensei, and then I'm going to go see my girlfriend, and then I'm going to go buy some more shuriken or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the middle of the first thing that I planned to do, which was eat ramen with my sensei, and there's the mission. You know, I got to go do this thing.
Right.
So yeah, I think that works well. But that's the mouse guard system. I've told you this before. I feel like mouse guard works perfectly for this, from the combat system, with the 3 cards, to the way weapons work, I feel like it all works really well, but if we take, can we take the stat system from uh, Dogs in the Vineyard and combine it with the turn system and combat system from Mouse Guard? That's the question. And if playbooks are a thing, then that's a whole nother problem because that's Apocalypse World. And yep.
Right, we're still a little ways off from that, but we're definitely making headway.
We're way off, but brainstorming about it is good.
Right, and we might as well let you guys come in and watch. Because if you guys ever decide that you want to make a game, watching us blunder through it is not the worst way to get started.
Like, how many pages have we made tonight of, I mean, it's all shit, but it's all... we've written almost 5 pages.
Yeah, we have 5 pages of stats that may or may not be put into the game.
Right, so... Alright, so in Dungeons & Dragons, in 3.5, the base stat for an average human being is 10.
Right.
In Apocalypse World, it's like 1. And in Mouse Guard, it's all over the place because you're not superior in any way. So I'm back up at the top now. I was looking at this. What is the speed of a normal human that is not a chakra-infused ninja?
Right.
We could do it on like a 1 to 20 scale, but that gets us out to D20s where, like on a 2d6 system, you're looking at +3, +4 is about as high as you want to go.
Right.
Where on a 1d20 system,
you can go up to 10.
Like, there's no if we're playing, if I'm playing a ranger, I can get my tracking skill up to +20. You know what I mean? I can't do it until I'm like level 18, but I can do it.
Right. What if you roll a 20 on speed? You know what I'm saying?
Right? I don't know.
Which we don't roll those stats. Those stats are earned through level ups.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can't roll those stats. Everyone has a base something or another, and we may choose a few things that change those up, but from what I found in watching the narrative and the story, most of those things are trained to get. Everybody's roughly the same speed when they're in ninja school. And then you have the people that train, like Lee and others, that become faster through training. So I don't think we roll jump speed, transform, clone, combat, stealth, chakra. I don't think we roll any of that.
Right.
That's all earned through play.
So if we're gonna do, you're a player character and I'm a player character, and we're gonna race.
Okay.
How do we decide who wins the race?
What do you mean?
Well, how do we decide who wins the race? We have to roll our stats.
Right, you roll your speed against each other.
Well,
like 1d6 plus your speed modifier.
Maybe. If we decide to go with the Dogs in the Vineyard, we could do, a race, a test of endurance as running would be body plus will. And that would give me my bonus to my roll.
Right. Interesting. And how do we determine acuity, body, heart, and will stats?
Right? That's a good question. Um, Now, if we do playbooks, so you get your basic stuff that you know about your character. I know that I have a inner demon of lust, and I fight with a war fan, and I'm good at wind jutsu, whatever. I've got my basic stuff. Um, whoops. I can't spell taijutsu.
Spelling's overrated.
Did I spell that right? It didn't turn red.
I didn't know that taijutsu was an actual word.
No, it's totally a word. Yeah. Um, Whoops. 1, 2, 4.
So how are we going to handle non-combat scenarios? We don't have any skills for that yet.
Well, we have acuity, which is intelligence,
Right.
and will, and heart, which all three apply to non-physical
Right.
interactions.
So are we going to put skills into the game like spot check, like discern reality? Or are they just going to roll off base stats and use chakra and your skills to come up with something like that?
That's a good question, because I've been thinking about this too. I don't want to use skills the way that Dungeons and Dragons uses skills.
Right?
I like, and this again comes straight out of Mouse Guard, the idea that if you have, like, I have, I'm gonna make another spot here for skills. Are you following along with me down there at the bottom?
Yes.
So I want to use my tracking skill. Did we break it? Okay. And I have tracking 2, let's say.
Okay.
So in Mouse Guard, I have to have, 4 fails and 5 successes or something like that in order to upgrade that to level 3. And I don't earn skill points as I level up. I just, as I use my skills get better, which I like that as
So there is
and I
no
feel
level
like-
up threshold.
right. If you can't go out and train your taijutsu for 3 days and then level up your tracking skill because you gained enough experience points from training your taijutsu to level up. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're out fighting people, you're not going to get better at tracking. You're going to get better at fighting people.
Right.
So skills, You want to type in there while I just run through the list of what's in this?
I'll try my best.
Can you keep up with me?
Probably not, but I'm going to do my best.
Okay. So I don't know that this applies.
What are you thinking?
All right, so I'm just going to read these.
Okay, let's see. Let's talk about it first.
Administrator.
Okay.
Like, manages town, cities, and groups of ninja. Writes laws, allocates money for budgets, files reports, and distributes resources. Is that a skill in this game?
No, none of us are the administrator.
I don't think so either.
You're not allowed to be the administrator unless you're a Hokage.
Right. Apiarist. No, doesn't exist in this game.
No.
Archivist doesn't exist in this game. Armorer. Forge weapons and armorer. I don't think that exists in
No,
this game.
these are all NPCs.
Right, exactly.
So they all exist. You just can't be them. This isn't that kind of game. This isn't an open up your own armor shop kind of game. You come into this game with a job. You are a ninja of a certain village or clan or establishment, and you do missions for that group. And that can take you in a lot of different directions, but that's where we start, and you know what I mean?
Right.
You have a goal.
So, you asked about spot checks earlier.
I did.
Perception. What I put it at the top, stealth. Climb. Is fighting a thing? Fighting isn't a skill. It's its own mechanic system. Right? I don't. What else you got?
Players use their skills to better perception, stealth, climb. Tracking, fighting. I like strategery. And here's why. Which it's strategy. But, strategery. And here's why. Because when the character of Shikamaru uses his just insane strategy abilities to win a fight, I think that's awesome, and I think it should be an ability, okay? But I think it's something you should have to roll against, okay? In the same way that you would roll against anything in D&D, or the way we handle rolls in Dungeon World or Stars Without Numbers. You say what you want to do, and then you roll for it. And usually it's on a 2d6 roll, okay? If this happens, you fail. If this happens, you get what you want, but something bad happens. If this happens, you succeed, okay?
Right.
In this scenario, you make your plan out to where you plan out the situation as it's going to happen. So, for example, when Shikamaru is in that fight and he uses his... For example, who people haven't watched, basically, imagine if you wanted to control a scenario by... Basically, you're telling the future when you use this ability.
He's real good at chess.
He's real good at chess, so...
And you take the ability to be real good at chess
and
apply it to fist fights.
We're going to play the game. Say I'm in a game, and I'm fighting this opponent. I want to roll my strategy skill. I'm a strategist, okay? So I roll my strategy skill, and if I want to... Basically, I'm going to tell the GM what's going to happen. And I have to roll my strategy skill against that to see if my plan that I have devised works out. And that could be I throw a flash bomb here, causing them to jump here, causing them to do this, that, and that. And we could set it up to where however high your strategy lets you predict however many moves. But that kind of gets into the pacing of combat, which we haven't talked about yet.
Right. Now, if we're doing we play 3 cards and turn them over.
Right.
Like, that's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing. But we haven't got there yet.
Like, strategy comes either from your skill at the table as a player.
Okay.
To be in the right place at the right time and do the right thing. Or it comes from your character having a high acuity. Because that's all, in the way I understand it, he's just really smart.
Okay.
And if intelligence or acuity or sharp is a stat, then if that stat's really good, then yeah, let's say you take the strategist. I added a strategist playbook.
Awesome.
Okay, so if you decide to become a medical ninja, let's just charge some ideas real quick.
Okay.
You get healing jutsu.
Okay.
If you decide to become a hunter ninja, your tracking gets better. And fighting. Get good. If you become a scout, your tracking
get real good.
Stealth get good. This is just fighting.
Right.
Gets real good. Summoner.
Access to summoning. I mean,
right.
Access to summoning scrolls. You get to make a pact.
And strategist, you get to use your what is it? Use.
Use your smarts to boost fighting. And actions. Okay, cool.
So is perception different than tracking?
Yes.
Why?
If I walk into a room and there's an illusion jutsu, I'm not tracking something, I'm perceiving. I don't use my tracking skill on that, I use perceptions.
Right, I'm arguing that
tracking is irrelevant if you have perception.
Yeah.
Ah, that works for me.
Okay.
Interesting. We're definitely making headway.
Is climbing... Alright, this doesn't need to be a thing. Like, everyone has super jumping, so why is climbing a thing? Like, I get that a situation could come up where it might matter.
But there should be another stat for that. We shouldn't need a skill
right.
for it.
But I think in those smaller situations we can make that work.
Right.
So, okay. Has it been a half hour?
We're sitting right at the hour mark.
All right.
So that's about it for this episode, guys. Thanks for joining us on our live stream. We'll hit you up. Check the channel recently. We'll schedule the next live stream that's going to be coming up We're going to try to do at least one live stream a week of just theory crafting episodes. So, yeah, we'll get back with you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one.